The year-long question that keeps lingering around the minds of people is whether immortality is real or not. Many people have searched for the secret of living forever for centuries, but it seems like we've been beaten to it by the animal, to an extent at least. So today, we will be looking at the top 10 animals that can live after death. But what are these animals, and how can they live so long? What makes them immortal? Continue watching the video till the end to know more. Hey everyone, and welcome back to yet another video from our channel. We hope you guys are doing extremely well. In this video, we will be talking about 20 animals that can live after death. We will be diving deep into every aspect of this topic, so if you are new to this channel, then make sure to hit the subscribe button. Now without any further ado, let's hop right into the video. Number 1. Cockroaches. Cockroaches are famous for their tenacity and are often believed as the most likely creature that will survive a nuclear war. They can live without their heads. In fact, they can go on living for 2 weeks without their heads. But how these bugs can survive decapitation? First of all, the cockroaches don't bleed a lot like a human when we cut off our heads. They have an open circulatory system, which translates to little to no blood pressure, so if their head pops off, the wound discloses naturally due to clotting. Number 2. Bees. There is a good reason why they appear on this list, because even though a bee might be dead, it can still sting you, not in the way that you think. Dead bees obviously can't go flying around and actively sting you. The thing is, their sting, and more importantly, the venom delivery system, will still work even if the bee is long dead. When a bee stings, the sting detaches from its body, leaving it embedded into the skin of its victim. Attached to this sting is a tiny organ that both contains the bee venom and a tiny muscle that pumps the venom out. Bees' actions are not controlled by the bee's brain, but rather by involuntary impulses, so it's not safe to pick up a dead bee. Number 3. Chickens. Chickens can run around with their heads cut off, yes, and there's a very simple reason for this. The reason is human error. This error happens to be a butcher's error. The chicken's central nervous system is very different from humans. Some basic bodily functions are controlled not by the brain itself, but by certain parts of the brainstem. So when the butcher chops the chicken's head too high, most of the time it's just the forebrain of the chicken that comes off with its head, leaving the brainstem and the cerebellum quite intact. Number 4. Octopuses. An octopus, after being chopped up, continues to move. The reason octopus's arms maintain mobility even after being chopped off is quite fascinating. It's because their central nervous system is quite unique. Most of an octopus's nerve cells, 2 out of 3 of them, can be found in its tentacles. And these arms can continue reacting to stimuli even if they are no longer connected to the main brain. In fact, they remain unresponsive even after the octopus has long been dead. Number 5. The salamander. Salamander has always been synonymous with long life and immortality. Salamanders have the uncanny ability to regenerate any part of their body that has been chopped off. These regrown parts actually function the same as, or in some cases, even better than the original parts. This is mainly because of a special protein found in salamanders, which facilitates the replication of cells. This protein can also be found in humans, but in smaller quantities. Number 6. Frogs. It has been discovered that frogs continue to move around even when their brain is dead. If you leave the frog's head intact but take out its brain, a headed but brainless frog actually behaves very similarly to a frog with its green matter perfectly intact. Number 7. Flies. Flies can survive freezing temperatures and go into suspended animation. You can freeze them for days. After giving them some heat, they will be back as normal. Also, female flies will live for several days after they have been decapitated. Such beheading females assume an upright stance comparable to that of a normal fly and can do and engage in complex actions such as preening and flying. Number 8. Turtles. The hearts of fish, reptiles, birds, and mammals alike have their own pacemaker cells that take over when the signals from the brainstem are not coming through. For some reason, it ensures that the heart still functions for a while even when the brain does not. But the turtle took it to a whole new level, and this is because their heart is cut off from the oxygen, and nutrients, usually supplied by the blood, is just very normal. Because these animals can die for a very long time, for 5,000 hours in the case of the loggerhead musk turtle, they can survive that long by oxygen they can take up from the water via their skin, throat, and butt end. Number 9. Snakes can still kill you with its head chopped off. The snake's head has its fangs and deadly poison sacs still have the ability to bite you and deliver deadly venom even if it's no longer attached to the rest of its body. The snake has heat-sensitive pits at either side of its face, which it uses to detect threats. Now, these heat-sensitive pits are capable of detecting a threatening presence for hours after death. Number 10. Flatworms or planarians are known as masters of regeneration. They can rebuild any parts of their bodies after amputation. If one is cut in half, the head portion grows a tail, and the tail portion grows a head. Cut it into 20 pieces, and 20 new worms, each an exact copy of the first, are created. They are confident a single worm that did not divide would live forever unless it catches an infection or other illness. So they are basically immortal beings living with us. Number 11. Jellyfish. Turritopsis doomy, or more commonly the immortal jellyfish. It has found a way to cheat death by actually reversing its aging process, according to National Geographic. If the jellyfish is injured or sick, it returns to its polyp stage over a 3-day period, transforming its cells into a younger state that will eventually grow into adulthood all over again. Number 12. Lobsters. There is a debate among the scientific community whether these red ocean dwellers are biologically immortal animals. A common cause of death is disease, not old age, and grow and reproduce until they die, though not with the same mate, unlike these lifelong monogamous animals. Number 13. Though not technically immortal animals, the bowhead whale is the oldest living mammal. According to Popular Science, several species of whales have been known to live for more than 70 years, though in the 1990s, scientists discovered scars on the massive animals that had been made by weapons from the 1800s. The oldest known bowhead lived to be 211 years old. Number 14. Deinococcus radiodurans, a polyextremophilic bacteria, isn't only radiation resistant. These immortal animals can also die and come back to life thanks to their incredible DNA repair response. They can resist 1.5 million rads of gamma radiation, about 3,000 times the amount that would kill a human. Number 15. Tardigrade. Anything that tries to kill a tardigrade will quickly realize they encountered practically immortal animals. These creatures are capable of sticking around for thousands of years, or even indefinitely, by entering a state of cryptobiosis, whereby their metabolism comes to a halt. Number 16. Tortoises. The oldest confirmed age of a tortoise was 255 years. This tortoise was Adwaita at the Alipore Zoological Gardens in Kolkata, India. However, scientists have revealed that some may have persisted twice that age. Number 17. Bdelloids are a group of freshwater rotifers, zooplankton, that can be considered immortal in the sense that they can tolerate extreme conditions like high heat, low temperature, and extreme pressure. Number 18. Clams. Believe it or not, some clams can live up to more than 400 years. Scientists explain that their long lifespan can be attributed to a process called slowed cell replacement, but at present, there is still no reason stating what makes them mature at a slow rate. Number 19. Glass sponges. Glass sponges can survive up to more than 15,000 years. This is because some species can control the growth of their spicules, mineralized structures, at a prolonged rate, hence slowing down their aging process. Number 20. Lungfishes are one of the oldest species of fish on the planet, and unlike other fishes, they can breathe out of the water and survive for long periods. In addition to that, they can slow down their metabolic rate and live even without nutrients for years. And that's all for today. Did we miss out on anything? Do you have any other immortal animals worth adding to our list? Did you enjoy watching the video? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Please like the video if you have not already, and make sure to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to press the bell icon to never miss another update from our channel. With that being said, let's meet in another one of these videos. Until then, see ya!